Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here back in with another video, and today I'm going to discuss what I believe should be the next evolution of the LEGO Clone Trooper minifigure. We have come such a long way since the original LEGO Clone Trooper, and I must say, kudos to LEGO for the job they did on this guy. I wouldn't necessarily say that this still holds up today, but when compared with the original Phase 2 clone, the difference between the Phase 1 and its superior modern equivalent is far less than the difference between the original Phase 2 and its superior modern equivalent. Things weren't always great for LEGO clones though. We did have to suffer through some dark animated times, at least when it comes to the Phase 1 clones, before things really got good. But even though I'm no fan of the original animated P1 clones, LEGO did at least improve the helmet mold, and it is held up to this day. Transitioning away from the animated style P1 clones to the live action versions was a very welcome change, but I have to say the biggest clone glow up we've seen from LEGO has to be the change from the original P2 to the more modern P2 helmet mold. I grew up with these P2 clones, but the newer clone molds make these look absolutely silly. More recently, LEGO has standardized the clone design across the board by combining live action and clone wear styles. This isn't necessarily my preference, but I do still like these clones quite a bit. The modern 2020 clones have quite a few characteristics that I feel aren't appreciated enough, most notably for me being the inclusion of toe printing, a corrected leg print which doesn't abruptly cut off the knee pads, and an actual accurate skin tone. I feel a lot of people conveniently neglect talking about these improvements when criticizing modern clones to their 2013 variants, but I don't care what you say, you cannot convince me that the 2013 clones are not inferior to the modern ones in these aspects. The most recent clone evolution has been the helmet holes, and I'll save my full justification for those for a video down the line, but I will say that they certainly have increased the utility and customizability of modern P2 clones. An accurate P2 Cody and Rex just would not be possible without them. So now that I've caught you up, what should LEGO do next when it comes to progressing clone troopers? There are a few obvious choices, like giving all of them arm printing, which could be fantastic, but I like to propose a change that isn't so widely discussed that I feel could make a pretty big difference, and that is dual molding. Dual molding has made a huge difference for stormtroopers and scout troopers, being able to get colored accents in areas where printing was either impossible or unpredictable, like the ears of the scout trooper or the dots under their hood, or even on the stormtrooper with the indented eyes and the black trim around the bottom of the helmet. For clone troopers, dual molding could make its biggest difference on the back of the helmets. Having a gray undermold could allow LEGO to finally include the gray strip that circles around the back of the helmet. I'm particularly excited about the potential for ranked P1 clones when it comes to this upgrade. LEGO could undermold the helmet with whatever the color of the rank is supposed to be, and instead have the colored strip be what goes around the back of the helmet, and then most importantly, they could finally have the fin of the helmet be one consistent color as opposed to being just solid white with a color printed strip on the front. This change could make for some truly gorgeous minifigures. I feel like some people might look at this and say, these don't feel like substantial changes, but the truth is we're probably converging upon the optimal versions of all these minifigures pretty soon. I mean, there's a pretty large contingent of fans who feel like we peaked 10 years ago in 2013 when it comes to clone troopers. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means that we're getting closer and closer to the optimal clone. I'd love to end the video by posing the question to all of you, what do you think should be the next evolution of LEGO Clone Troopers? But that's gonna finish up the video, guys. If you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I will be back again very soon.